it's Theme Park Avenue. I'm Eric, and this is it, the 300 sub Q&A special. Before I begin, thank you for getting me to this number. It's quite a milestone for me. I appreciate all of your support, and I hope that if you've not already, you will subscribe to the channel. Before answering the questions, I should mention that some are roller coaster related, others are about my personal interests and opinions, and I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. Let's begin. Okay, this first set of questions comes from Annoying Person. His first question is, what hobbies I have outside of roller coasters? Well, one thing I really enjoy is travel. Outside of theme parks, I've gone to a lot of places. I've been to all 50 states, actually. I really enjoy travel, and I like photography a lot, especially that of wildlife. I've seen some pretty cool animals in my day, and I really take pictures of them. I like that, and I've been getting pretty good lately. He also asks what my favorite food is. And actually, I like most all foods. I'm not really that picky, so I can be a coaster critic, but never really a food critic. My favorite, though, is probably ribs. I can never pass up ribs. Next, he asks who my favorite YouTuber is. I really like Theme Park Crazy. I think he's really good. His videos are very interesting, high quality. I really enjoy. And once he actually put my footage in one of his videos, so that was pretty cool. So what my favorite YouTuber that's not roller coaster related is, and I don't watch a whole lot of other ones outside of roller coaster YouTubers, but there's this one movie reviewer named Phantom Strider. I think he's really cool. He's Australian. I like that. He's very cool. He's definitely a good YouTuber. And those are all my questions from Annoying Person. This next question comes from Badly Cropped Alan Schilke. Sorry if I mispronounced that. It is, how many credits have I gotten and how many parks have I been to? I've been to 27 different theme parks, many Florida ones. I've been to 6 Cedar Fair parks, 5 Six Flags parks, and 2 international ones. I'll discuss those later. And I have 180 coaster credits. I only got 2 in 2020, unfortunately, due to COVID. I was only able to get to Busch Gardens Tampa one more time, and then ride Switchback at ZDT's amusement park. So that's how many credits I have and how many parks I've been to. The next couple of questions come from Ulises Guerrero. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing these names. The first one is, when I became a coaster enthusiast. Actually, it originally started when I watched one of those clickbait top 10 scariest coaster things, and I was like, wow, those look so cool, I want to ride those. And in 2014, my dad took my family to Cedar Point, and that was really when I got into roller coasters. I loved Millennium Force, I loved Maverick. I had not gotten on Top Thrill Dragster because it was closed when I went, but that's really when I became an enthusiast. Next, he asks what my first theme park was. That would be Busch Gardens Tampa. Busch Gardens Tampa is the park that's closest to my house. I went there when I was about 5 years old. I really enjoyed the trip there, and I've gone many times since. And what was my first credit? That would be Scorpion at Busch Gardens Tampa. I didn't like it much back then, because I didn't like roller coasters at first, but now I'm quite a big fan of them. The next question, kind of following up on the last two, is from CoasterDash, a great YouTuber, by the way. He's been growing quite a bit lately, has over 3,000 subs now. He's a really great coaster channel. I definitely suggest you check him out. He asks what my home park is and what I like most about it. So I mentioned that Busch Gardens is the park closest to my home. I live in Florida, so I have a lot of theme parks to choose from, but Busch Gardens is definitely my home park. The one I've been to the most, the one I enjoy the most in Florida. Really great park. The things I like most about it, I love some of the rides. Montu and Falcon's Fury would probably be my favorites. But I also love the animal attractions. I used to be really into African animals and safari stuff, so I really enjoy that there. My favorite things there would be the rides and also the animal attractions, and I'm sure Iron Gwazi will be my favorite part of the park once it opens. We now have a few questions from Zac Guest, another loyal subscriber of mine. He wants to know what my favorite band is. I like a lot of music from, honestly, last century, like 70s, 80s, 90s a lot. I think my favorite band is probably Metallica. They're a good rock band. I enjoy their music a lot. Master of Puppets is a great song. What my favorite TV show is another question from him. Actually, my favorite TV show is Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a cartoon, and it has quite a following. I think it's a really great show. I watched it for the first time pretty recently, and I really did enjoy it when I watched it. He also asks what my favorite video game is, and I don't play a whole lot of video games, but I love Super Smash Bros. Games. I have Smash 4 and Brawl at my house, and then I play Ultimate at my friend's house quite a lot. And he also asks what my favorite cartoon is, and that would also be Avatar: The Last Airbender. Our next question comes from Coaster Key. In the comment he says, he likes my new videos, they're great, and a lot of people seem to like them. Thank you very much for that. However, he asks why I made the Coaster Studios parody video, and wonders if I'm aware that it's in a Coaster Cringe video. Okay, before reading this, I had no idea about that. I was never told I was going to be in some Coaster Cringe thing. I looked into that, and honestly, my video was less cringe than some of those I thought. And honestly, I really don't think the video is that cringy. The main reason I made those coaster comedies is because I had a green screen editing software free trial for like a really short period of time. I wanted to try it out. They were not great. I thought the writing was kind of funny. And on that one, I was not trying to hate on Coaster Studios. He's still a good channel. A couple of things I talked about, like how some of his videos weren't as good as like his top 10 stuff, like how the park footage things I don't watch as much and don't like as much. I made a few jokes about that, but it was just supposed to be a funny little thing. I thought I looked most like Taylor by me, but it could have been any roller coaster YouTuber. And I don't make those anymore, but yeah, I think my new stuff is better. A couple of more questions from Coaster Key. He asks if I like the band Weezer, and I assume you like that band. I'd like to know if you enjoyed that one, actually, because if you're asking me if I like a specific band, I assume you like that one as well. And yes, I like Weezer. I don't listen to them a whole lot, but some of their songs are pretty good, and I like that band. He also asks what my favorite airtime moment is. That would definitely be the Outer Bank curve on Steel Vengeance. You get some really, really good airtime there for like multiple seconds. I think it's one of my favorite moments on any roller coaster for any element at all. Let's see, you also asked me what my favorite video game franchises are. Okay, so I mentioned Super Smash Bros. I like that. And then I'm also a pretty big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I saw his movie on opening day, so that tells you that I definitely really enjoy Sonic games, even though some of them aren't that great. You also asked what my top bucket list park is, and that's tough. I have only been to 27 parks, as I mentioned earlier. And as far as the US goes, I'd like to go to Fiesta, Texas, Dollywood, and Hershey Park the most, but there's a lot of great parks I haven't been to. And then internationally, I've only been to 2. These are Tivoli Gardens and Tokyo Dome. I like those a lot. But I think I'd say probably Fantasialand or Energylandia as far as international stuff goes. I have a lot of bucket list parks, but those few are definitely way up there. He also asked, what is my favorite underrated coaster model? What's the most underrated coaster model, I think? So, a lot of the B&M ones, I really like those, and they don't get a ton of respect. I honestly think stand-ups deserve a lot more credit, but overall, B&M wing and dive coasters are definitely most underrated. Some don't think Gatekeeper and Valraven are all that great, but I think they are amazing rides. I also love SheiKra at my home park. I think dive coasters are really underrated, and Gatekeeper is an especially underrated coaster. That's the only wing one I've been on, but B&M wing and dive coasters definitely, I think, deserve a lot more respect. Your final question is, Disney or Universal? Definitely Universal. I've not gone to Disney in a while because I'm honestly not a huge fan of the parks. I think Universal's better themed, is a bit nicer, much more value for what you're getting there, and the rides are a lot better in my opinion. I think some Disney rides aren't great. But I have not been to the Star Wars stuff, so I don't have a full opinion on Disney, but I definitely do prefer the Universal parks. Next up, we have a question from Coaster Hour. He asked what my most anticipated Asian theme park is. I mentioned that I've only been to Tokyo Dome. That's the only one I've been to. I like that one a lot. And I think Fuji Q Highland is probably my number one. It looks to have some really great roller coasters, like Ejinika. But yeah, that would be my number one anticipated Asian theme park. Our final question is from Capeattorney. That's actually my dad. He asked if I've ever passed out in a roller coaster before. The answer is no. I know you have, though, on Goliath, I believe, at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I have never passed out before, but thank you for asking the question. And that's all the questions. Thank you for watching and for submitting your questions. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A and 300 subscriber special. Once again, I'm going to repeat that I hope you continue to support the channel. Subscribe if you've not already. Like the video if you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.